In today's video, we're going to address the overall market once again. After 12 days of consolidation and of choppiness, the market looks like it's about to make that massive move that I told y'all last week. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all one stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for this week. All right, y'all. Now, before we begin again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. All right, so let's get right into it. Right off the bat, we're gonna start off with the SPY. And in the last video I was leaning very bearish, and I gave y'all the reasons why. It's been choppy, right? Very choppy throughout the last. I think this is exactly 12 days, 16 days actually. Yeah, it's just been going sideways. And fortunately, that move that I told y'all to watch for last week, a drop like this, um, to these levels by Friday didn't happen for this simple little reason. All right, like the day after I made that video, this structure appeared, a bullish pennant, which led to this massive move all the way up to the previous level of resistance right over here. All right, and then Friday was a half day, and today we're opening lower. Now, looking at the Nasdaq is still cooking in that flag, which I proposed last week. All right, I gave y'all this perspective about this potential flag. Is still very bearish. All right, the longer it cooks in here, the better it looks for shorts. All right, and right now I think the sell-off is about to accelerate. It really depends on how things open up tomorrow. Looking across different sectors and looking across different charts, there's a lot of bearish structures appearing, which is a good sign. All right, so my thoughts on the Nasdaq still stands. I still think that we're going to get to 11,000. All right, I was wrong about the timing. I did say last Friday, right? But it looks like it might be 1 week. I might be 1 week too early, so maybe it could do so by this Friday. Now, the stock that y'all should be keeping. Actually, no. Before we do that, let's look at the VIX. Also, another reason why I think that the move that I thought was last week could be this week is the VIX. The VIX is the one thing that was missing last week, a jump, and it did so today. All right, it bounced off of these previous lows, and it has room to run all the way back up to $30 again. It might take some time, but right here, right there at these levels, being bullish on the overall market can be is it's very dangerous. All right, I was bearish last week, and I'm not changing my mind. So I think the VIX is going to rise. More fear is going to kick in. There might be bearish news being put out randomly. All right, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. So, or there might just be bearish reactions to events that might happen on Wednesday, one or the other. But my thoughts still stand. Now let's talk about that one stock. Now the stock that I want to share with all of you, it's looking decent. It's looking pretty good. That stock is MU. All right. Now MU. The reason why I want to share it with y'all is because of the 1 hour time frame. If you look at the 1 hour, there is a massive, well, it's not that massive, but it is massive. There is a massive descending. There's a bear flag on here. All right, the bear flag was on here, and then the indication to go short on not just MU but on pretty much a lot of other stocks is this. If I'm gonna go onto the 1 minute, and we're gonna look right over here. There was a bearish pennant inside of this bear flag right here that broke down at exactly 9:20ish, 9:20, between 9:20 and 9:25, which is the exact same time that the SPY and everything else collapsed, which would have been the perfect entry for anybody who didn't swing anything, right? Right over here for puts, right? Either puts on the SPY or either puts on MU or any stocks that is in the same sector as MU, right? So we were bearish going into today, and tomorrow I think it's still going to go lower. All right, looking at this thing, I think it's going to go all the way down to 53. Yeah, somewhere in that green circle, I think it's going to go. It's fallen quite fast, all right? If tomorrow ends up to be kind of a choppy day, it might just close at exactly like 55.20. And then Wednesday is when the continuation down is going to continue. Like, so it really depends. I don't know exactly what pace it will drop at, but I'm bearish on the stock. Therefore, definitely keep MU on your watch list for this week. All right, now let's discuss Disney. In the last video, I mentioned Disney once. I gave y'all a warning about it, about how this island gap reversal was not to be trusted to the long side. All right, I told you that this right here, under the perfect conditions, yes, it's supposed to happen, but again, you have to consider every single factor before deciding to be long on something that looks like this. Yes, the island is there, and yeah, there are some shorts who were trapped in here. But again, I told y'all last week that it's going to drop all the way back down to 92 to take care of this gap, and this was not going to happen. And right now, it's just been chilling sideways. And today it had a massive day down, and I think tomorrow it's also going to have another massive day down. This gap right here is most likely going to get taken care of tomorrow. All right, now looking at this thing, let's see the weekly. Let's see how much room it has below. Let's see. Yeah, the weekly, I think it can still go lower. I think it can still go lower on the weekly. Yeah. So again, my thoughts and opinions on Disney are not changing. Watch it for a drop all the way down to 92 bucks. All right. So that is pretty much my very honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me to social media yet, you can find me at NGumah and PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there's some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to have all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.